Welcome to the JQ free 3-day meal plan, and I'm quickly going to give you some tips on how to use this plan. Now when you open your email you will see that you will have some tips at the top, but I'm just going to run through them in video format. It will help you a little bit more and just explain a little bit more in detail about what I mean when I say certain things on there. Okay, so on the plan you are allowed to drink coffee, green tea and normal tea. Flavored teas are okay. Water will always be the best if you want to see the best results. Coffee can sometimes raise the stress hormone, and which can make you kind of hold on to body fat a little bit more. So water always wins. And only drink water when you're thirsty. Don't go and overdrink. They normally say 2 liters per day, but you don't have to drink tons of it. Okay. Please do not use any sweetener in your hot drinks. That's anything. Sweetener will make you pack on more body fat than ever before. Even that tiny little bit that you think isn't harmful, and it's very unhealthy to your body, so I wouldn't recommend using it at all. Only after 3 meals per day. If you want to have less, then please do. The 3 meals a day is only a guide to what you can have. Now you don't have to eat all 3. If you've prepped all 3 it's fine, but if you find that you can only eat 2 because you're too full, that's absolutely fine. Just have the 2, maybe keep the other one for the next day. That's not a problem at all. But don't eat more than 3 meals a day. That's absolutely fine. These meals are worked out specifically to reduce your body fat and to also keep you full. All meals can be swapped around, and you can also stick to the same meals that might suit you better. Try to keep it as simple so that you would find it easier to prepare your meals. Now what I mean by swapping your meals around, if you want to take meal 1 day 1 and swap that to kind of meal 3 day 3, that's fine. You can swap all meals around or stick to the same meals. If you find day 1's meal 1 is the best for you, then stick to it all week long, or for the 3 days that you're going to do the plan, stick to it. It's about adapting the plan for you and making it easier for yourself. There's no perfect way of eating. Too many people are looking for too many ways. It's got to be perfect. It's not going to work. If you do it that way, you'll be absolutely fine. Okay, main rule is only eat when you're hungry. If you're not hungry, then don't eat, because you'll end up storing more fat. The more you eat, the more you raise your insulin levels in your body, and the more fat you store. That's what happens. It's not about the more you eat, the more you lose. That does not work. That's why a lot of people are struggling with obesity and basically struggling to lose their body fat. If you eat and you're not hungry, basically after workout, if you eat and you're not hungry, the same thing will happen, because your body's clearly telling you it's not hungry, and now you end up eating. And the other thing is also don't eat late at night. So if you wake up first thing in the morning, you're not hungry, don't eat. Go as long as you can. Keep that first meal. If it's 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock during the day and you're hungry, then eat. That's absolutely fine. And then wait for the next time that you're hungry again. Try and eat at the latest 6:30, 7 o'clock if you can. If you're going to eat after that, try and stick to mainly meat and meat, chicken, fish or something like that, with just green veg, but not big amounts, because you're resting, you're not very active anymore. So best thing is go to bed, don't eat, you'll be fine. You are allowed to swap all meat for something you enjoy. So if you don't like red meat, you can swap it for chicken and fish and things like that. And if you're pescatarian, listen to this, all you're going to have is fish. And you can just leave out anything that you don't enjoy. Anything that you don't like, don't eat it. If you need any help with it, just text me and ask me, and I will replace it with something else. As easy as that. That's why my plan works so well, because you get me. Okay, always choose full fat products. Never go for low fat. Full fat is very healthy, keep you full and satisfied, and help you reduce your body fat. The myth of fat being harmful has been explained all over the world now. Low fat means high sugar intake, and that's why so many people are struggling to lose fat. So if you have low fat products, it means they've put a lot of chemicals, preservatives, additives in them, and also sugar, because they need to give it taste and flavor. So you'll end up storing more fat rather than burning more fat. Full fat products will help you lose fat, because fat doesn't make you fat. That's the thing. People think fat makes you fat, but it doesn't. And also fat isn't bad for you. The only ones that are fat is things like trans fat in your takeaways and stuff like that. That's terrible, and also in processed foods. that's really, really bad for your health. So stay away from that type of fat. That's not what you should be eating. Buy quality meat and you'll be absolutely fine. Okay, please try and stick to the amounts indicated, otherwise you'll be overeating. I work it out specifically for people on the amounts that they should be eating. We eat real food. When you eat real food, you'll be fine, but that still doesn't mean that you can eat unlimited amounts. Whenever a plan tells you that you can eat unlimited, then it's wrong. That does not work. Nothing is unlimited. You cannot just eat whatever you want as much as you want. Okay, we always cook in unsalted butter or coconut oil. Choose which one you prefer to cook in. Don't cook in olive oil. Pour it over your food at room temperature. It's very healthy. So olive oil is great. You can pour that whole bottle over the food. I really don't care. But cook in unsalted butter. I buy President's butter from Sainsbury's and places like that. It's the French one. Really good. Coconut oil is absolutely fine. I just prefer butter because it gives, I think, it gives better taste to it. Some people like coconut oil, but I find that it gives a coconut flavor to the food. But that's totally your choice. You can buy whichever one you want. And I cook all my food in butter. All of it. If it's asparagus, if it's red peppers, everything. Unless I'm making a salad where I'm going to use it raw sometimes. That's fine. But I like cooking it because it's the fat in the food that keeps me full. If there's not a lot of fat in your food, you sometimes will struggle with hunger. And that's why people get it kind of wrong, because they don't understand why they can't get over cravings. Fat keeps you full, carbohydrates and sugar drive hunger. Okay, so got that one. The more you eat, the more hunger you create, and snacking causes the same problem. That's a big thing. It's not the more you eat, the more full you are. The more you eat, the more you spike your insulin levels, the more you raise your glucose levels, and then you create hunger in the body. You become more and more hungry because you're eating more and more. Your brain after a while cannot adapt to it because you're constantly hungry. Trust me, when you sometimes look at these meals you think, oh, that's so little. If you eat the right nutrient values, you'll feel fine. The thing is, people don't understand it yet, and then they just keep on eating because they think they need to eat more in order to stay full. You will be more and more hungry, and if you snack between these meals, you'll also create more hunger and more fat storage. That's the other problem. You don't want to store fat, you want to burn fat. You want to use your own fat. Don't feed your body all the time. If you have any questions, please ask. If you want to replace anything, like I said earlier, ask me and I will tell you what to do. If you don't like a certain vegetable, I'll tell you which vegetable to have, or maybe a handful more of this or a handful more of that. Try the food. It's real food. We eat natural, real food, and that's what these plans are all about. To teach people how to eat real food, feel good, and just get amazing results. We don't count calories and we don't do macronutrients because that's just a poor excuse for eating rubbish and then replacing it with a calorie count. We don't do that. That's why my clients look amazing, they feel amazing, and they look so much younger as well with great bodies. So it's very good for your health. For diabetic people listening to this, this is the plan that I have changed a lot of people's lives on, and I've helped them with their diabetes. Some people are not on medication at all. If they're type 2 diabetic, taking it completely away, and it works. Osteoarthritis, atherosclerosis, things like colitis, ulcerative colitis, osteoporosis, all these things in your joints, everything. This way of eating is incredibly good for it because I reduce the sugar and the carbohydrates, and that's why it works. So all the best with it. If you need any help, please let me know, and go for it. Be a little bit more healthy. Thank you for watching. Bye.